And what is the Emerald program? The Emerald program is a way for third-party apps, so apps on the Selling Partner App Store, to show notifications through Seller Central. And these are completely custom. So for each app that's a part of the program, you can choose which notifications to display that are pertinent, to the seller from your app. So for ScanPower, what we chose were two types of notifications. The first being for expiring products. So if you are sending an FBA shipment and it has expiring or consumable goods in it, you're putting expiration date labels on it. ScanPower is tracking those expiration dates. And in ScanPower, there are ways to see those dates. You can, for example, go under inventory. The expirations report shows you automatically what items are expiring in the next 60 to 120 days. It's configurable. You can do it by SKU, by ASIN. Here we've got some that just happen to have expiration dates when they were shipped in a shipment. But you can also see, where these were originally sent. So these were originally inbound to Abe 8. And so you'll see enough information that you can determine whether to, create a removal order or lower the price or whatever you need to handle these expiring products. So what we did for the Emerald program, we already had a weekly report that you can enable in ScanPower. So if you're in the expirations screen and you click on settings in the upper right, we can email you a report weekly that will tell you what products are expiring in the date ranges that you save. So you can go to a different email if you have a VA or someone who's working on this for you. It doesn't have to be your email. So you can give us an email and then the expiration date range and save, and then you'll get a weekly, I think it comes on Mondays, but you get a weekly report that says these products are expiring, and you can use that to start a process of dealing with those, whether that's lower the price or create a removal order or whatnot. So what we did when we joined the Emerald app program is we tied the Emerald app notifications to this weekly report. So when we generate the report, if there are items expiring, we will count them up and then generate the notification that goes directly into Seller Central. So there are two ways that you can see your Emerald notifications in Seller Central. The first is just by going to the Selling Partner App Store. So that's apps and services, Selling Partner App Store. And then in this upper right, there'll be notifications. And here you can see that we've got two products with FBA prep or ship issues and one product that's expiring between 90 and 120 days from now. So there's also a link here that will take you directly to the expirations report in ScanPower. And the same for the second notification type, which is FBA prep or ship issues. There's also a link that will take you directly to Boxed or the prep and ship page in ScanPower. So let's say you have an inbound shipment error. Let's say some product couldn't be added to a shipment that you thought was added. That's the type of notification that we'll send if there's a feed error. So if either a product feed failed or a carton content feed failed, that's also something that you can see. And what's nice about that is if you aren't the person doing the shipments, but maybe you've got a prep center or warehouse working on your items, you can get a notification when something goes wrong that maybe they didn't notice, or it's just a nice to have. So maybe you don't log into ScanPower every day if you're working with a prep center and all you're doing is supplying them with an order. This can tell you if there's a shipment problem and alert you to that. So that error was probably for this FWA4 shipment, which had a failed feed. So in this case, the user tried to send the feed after it was already converted to send to Amazon. So that's probably not one that's a big deal if that process is known. But back to the expiration dates, that's a pretty powerful thing that ScanPower provides. One, you can efficiently enter expiration dates anywhere in the app. So whether you're listing in a batch, whether you're printing FNSKU labels as you scan items into boxes, there's in any place that we show an item, you can modify the expiration date. So, this is the new SKU view for packing a shipment, very useful for wholesalers. We can go here to edit expiration dates or print expiration labels along with item labels. So we're going to track against that SKU all the different expirations that you've added. And one thing that's coming down the pike soon is Amazon's going to start supporting lot numbers, manufacturer lot numbers along with expiration date for box contents. So that's something ScanPower will be tracking starting later in Q4. Basically, we've gotten access to the beta for the next FBA inbound API, and we're doing some testing along with Amazon to, start tracking these, lot numbers. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but very cool stuff coming with the new versions of the APIs. So we'll track the expirations. You can get a report that says what is expiring. You can incorporate the data from that report into your processes. And all of this, is visible in Seller Central. When you log into Seller Central, the second place that you can see the Emerald app notifications is right here in the dashboard. So you just click View Notifications, and again, those will pop up after it takes you to the Selling Partner App Store. And once you've read them, then they'll disappear from the homepage and you won't see them again. But in terms of expiring products, we have a lot of sellers that send expiring products through ScanPower. So it's upwards of, 3 million units in the last 90 days. So that's a significant chunk of shipment items that we send having expiration dates. And obviously it's groceries and consumable goods, but it's also, makeup and shampoo and, dish soap and cleaning products. And there's many things that Amazon requires an expiration date. So it's not just consumable items, but that helps ensure the quality of the product and also make sure that, we're going to warn you if you try to enter an expiration date for something that's going to expire before 90 days out, because that's really not something that you want to be sending to Amazon FBA.